Aha, hello, hello, hello. Yes, just Weezum is saying, making sure the adult beverage is within arm's reach. I wish that were the case, but I've actually just been very late because I've been at a school dad's club meeting, which means that I've already had too much adult beverage. So I am resorting to the tea tonight. Tea for two for tea, and all that. I should be online by now, though. We seem to be getting some flickering on the video quality, though. I am rather concerned about this. Tell me if the thing is skipping or not for you, because this doesn't seem to be particularly stable. Let me know if it seems to be working, because this could be a problem. Cancel. We're gonna start new. Wait, we're gonna try something. We'll call this Lionel. Start. Is it all working fine or not? Let me know. Let me know, because that's gonna be very important. Echo. Yeah. Seems okay, because I'm just getting a lot of like flashing red on my Bandicam bit rate and everything, which could be a problem. I don't honestly know. I'm gonna find out. But I have a concept that I would like to test tonight. Am I looking fine? How am I doing? I am doing like that, like the O7. Or wait, is it O7? Yes. The Shabota night thing was thoroughly enjoyable and all that. We had plenty of people. Oh, wow. This is really quite big. This is not the piece that I want to use. Let's drop this to the side. Tapered. Oh, that's a deck section. No, I need... I'm looking for... Actually, we should just be able to use these sections, right? 8 by 8. And then I should be able to scale this up. Oh, yes. 400 meter. Okay. This is good enough. Chatbot. No, that was Chabot. So I have this idea that, and you can tell me whether it's any good or not. You ever heard the myth or the claim that Formula One racing cars generate so much downforce that they are would actually be able to travel or drive upside down? I kind of thought, wouldn't that be cool to actually make a car which could drive upside down in Kerbal Space Program, since we could actually test that. So I'm going with the idea of making an epic track which kind of drives this way and then flips upside down, and hopefully we can like drive along the ceiling. The Lego Saturn V, no, it's right here right now. Just let me very gently bring it down for you all. Oh yes. Oh yes. Lego Saturn V. It's all here. Every single piece of it. Isn't it beautiful? Oh yes. This is where it gets to be very... I gotta be very careful with it. I'll just fly it next to the camera. Look at that! It is magnificent! Actually, wait a second. Hold on. Holding this. Let's go to webcam only. Lego Saturn V! For everyone out there, look at that. Still holding together in one piece. I wouldn't say it's the Holy Grail, but man, it is a beautiful set. Like, it has all the bits you would need, even down to the strange greebles that you would expect on a Saturn V. Yes, that's going to sit over there for now. And wow, I'm really bright, haven't I? Well, whatever. That's because I've got my fill light right in front of me. Do the 6-wheel P34 Formula 1 car. As I said, I think I'm going to try and try to drive something on the ceiling, which may or may not work. So what I'm going to do is like that, and then we have to rotate it by about 5 degrees. So I'm going to click on this, and yeah, let's do that, right? Let's do 5 degrees. I'm told the pipe down on the side. Okay, and I'm just trying to figure out the best way to actually duplicate these things. But I think if I just do that... Oh no, I'm going to have to manually rotate all of these, haven't I? One more step. You know what? Half pipe? No, I'm gonna make a loop thing, right? That's what we're gonna do. So this could take some time. Actually, let's try that. If I duplicate this section, there we go. This might actually be bigger than the thing that I'm allowed to build inside, so I will have to figure that out. But if I do more than a 5-degree loop, that might actually... I'm just trying to think my way through this. Like, how much of a loop do I actually need? You know what we should do is, of course, just build a car on top of this and see if it flies off the end. Let's just try that now. Little ramp takeoff system here. Striff. Let's start attaching these things here. I think the pieces I'm using may be a little too large, to be honest. Still, we'll do that. Look at that. That will work for some strange small values of work. I mean, the funny thing is we're building this in the hangar, and actually it's in there. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could do a roll. How do you know it's 5 degrees? Do you just get... No, I know that if you hold shift and do the rotation while you're in snap mode, you get 5-degree rotation. Yeah, we might have to do... What I might have to do is cut these sections, make them smaller. It might just simply be that the thing is too large to reasonably generate any kind of rotation that I'd be expecting. Okay, gonna do that. So that isn't scaled. So now we need to attach our car to that. There we go, and then stack separator. Stacks. Can I actually get in close enough to see what I'm building here? It's quite a large thing, so we should probably put an engine on here, right? What kind of engine would we put on? Well, these Terriers aren't going to provide much thrust at sea level. How about these? How much do they provide at sea level? 270. That'll provide more than adequate thrust at sea level. And then we can put some rocket engine fuel stuff on there. There we go. Then we'll put a capsule head thing on the front. Just we'll make it a, rocket car like, Evel Knievel. Yeah, let's put some more of these on there. We need 2 of those. That's the spirit. And then we need some wheels. Wheelie, wheelie, wheels. Yes, wheelie, wheelie, wheels. And I probably need to move these down a bit. Slide down into the ground. Now, obviously, I haven't put any aerodynamics on this thing yet, right? So we'll just call this ramp. And we should be okay here. And then the last thing I should probably do is actually make this the root part, right? There we go. Oh, no remotely controlled parts. I think you're missing a Jebediah there. Mobius track. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if you could build a Mobius track, right? That's not so bad. Okay, so let's do the staging correctly, because obviously we want to check our staging. Here we go, and we've separated that. And why do we not have Jebediah here? Urgh. Oh, wait a second. Cancel. Resume flight. It's because I've selected the wrong person. There we go. Jebediah is in here. Stability control, throttle, and 100%. Let's just see how far this thing goes. Eh, not so bad. Wonder if I can keep this thing in the air. I'm totally keeping this thing in the air for now. No, that does not have enough fuel to go to orbit there, and I should have been more careful with the landing. Okay, that's enough. What do we need to do, though? Looked like those Kerman boys, yeah. I gotta figure out how to transition to the horizontal, to the full loop, and I guess I just can't think... I guess I just have to do this the slow way. Those seem to work, but it's gonna take a lot of those. Let's just do... let's see if 10-degree rolls work, right? So select this, and again, roll one... Oh, go. I need to have this enabled. Toggle rotation. One more notch. And this. And so this will be 10-degree rotation. Let's see if this one will work. I mean, as I said, maybe we need to have smaller rotation factors in there, or smaller segments. Maybe I just need to scale everything down. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so you know what? Let's just do this. I'm going to scale these parts by 200%. 200%. 200%. 200%. 200%. There, and then what we could do is duplicate that side by side. How fast do F1 cars go? Fast enough. Let's ditch these for now. So I've got one of these segments, and if I can... it wants to snap onto these things. There's basically no way for me to easily do this without it wanting to snap on to one of these connectors. So, What I could do, let's just try scaling this down. That's definitely too small. What I kind of wanted to do was to have horizontal things, but we can do the offset for sure to put it right in the middle here. That is easy enough. Yeah, that's what we'll have to do. Okay, let's grab this and duplicate. Why are you joining there? Thank you. So again, select and rotate 10 degrees. It's looking good. So I'm going to grab a copy again. And this is where I start to run out of vertical space in this thing. Now we're starting to go over the top here. So the whole concept here is that it should be moving fast enough that the aerodynamics keep it stuck to the track. It shouldn't need to use any other fancy tricks, right? That might be that's a 15-degree rotation I applied there. What you got to do is select it and then hold shift while you rotate it 2 notches. Okay, let's grab another segment of that, and then we'll make this upside down. So obviously I'll need to put wings on top of this thing. I'm not going to before people are wondering, I'm not going to rely on the rotation forces here, right? We're going to rely on the aerodynamic. Oh man, this, even with the hangar extender, it's very hard to get up here. Pardon me. Okay, so we've got that. You would think this would be easier to do, right? But no. Okay, so we've got there. Now we need to extend this thing out sideways. So I can grab this and replace it now with, you know, large 8-meter segments or whatever, right? Or let's actually do this. I've got an idea. So I swear I should grab this, make a copy, and then if I can, I want to do 2 of them. Thank you. Can I attach 2 side by side? That's not. Why is it overlapping like that? That makes no sense. Okay, I guess I'm going to move you as well. It's looking sweet. Oh, yes. I just love the fact that we can build this kind of crazy things. Oh, look, your joke. Why can cars not play football? Because they have only one boot. And that would sort of make sense in Britain, but not so much in America, because a boot in America is what they call the clamp in Britain, where they clamp your tire to stop you driving away after you've got a few too many parking tickets. So I guess if they do have any boot, it's very hard for you to play football. Okay, so we're going to need some reinforcement here. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to attach for each of these, I'm going to attach like one of these sticking at the bottom. Just want to check. Yeah, that doesn't show up. So I'm going to take these. So the idea is I'm going to add the struts to this. This might take a bit of time. And then we'll strut on either side. Oh, that apparently did not want to work. It's so hard working from such long distance here. The grand plans that I have. Hey, Shujin Tribble, how are you? Have fun. I'm sorry you can't stay, but you know, we'll get you a mention and all that. There we go. So we get some lateral strength, and that's going to be important because we're going to hold the outsides with these. It's actually not so important for the first section because the first section is going to be supported by these. Of course, you know what we'll need to find out is what happens when we release all the launch clamps. Does fun things happen? Or is it just going to be boring? Is it going to be a case of physics letting go in an uninteresting manner, or do we have some new stories to tell? So yeah, I heard the news today that the next X-37 launch is going to be handled by SpaceX, which is an interesting turnaround given that they've made 4 launches on an Atlas V. So one wonders, just how much cheaper SpaceX is, since obviously it would make most sense if they were to able to offset these integration costs, right? You know, they've spent a lot of time working with the Atlas already, so presumably the long-term costs make a lot more sense. We're doing a big upside down thing. Looks like a harp. Yes, it does look like a harp. I can't get the camera to the right angle to be able to see this thing, damn it. Oh, wait. Oh, look, there we go. that's getting there. We'll see how this lasts. This could be one of the more boring streams, to be honest, right now. Oh, what is it? One crazy light spinning around there on the ground. Yes, we really like our red flashy lights. I have no idea what that spinny light is all about. Oh, there it goes again. Serious spinny lights! Das spinny lights for das spinniness. So, anybody have any awesome news to report from their weekend? How many of you went to the movies and saw Wonder Woman, which is apparently, you know, doing quite good at the box office? It was like every single showing was sold out at the theater I went to. And of course, Sky loved it because she was like, I totally want to block bullets with my bracelets. There we go. There we go. I think I want to see how that flies right now. So we got... I need to extend this around a bit more though. So what we're doing is putting in some struts here. Yes, I could do this with auto strut. Ah, nice. Nice. Copying the struts as well here. Excelente. Well, I would not want to try that without auto strut. You know what? I'm doing it without auto strut because I don't trust auto strut, to be honest. Like, it seems to mostly work except when it doesn't, and when it doesn't it can be very annoying. I wish I could move the camera higher. I think what happens is as soon as I adjust the camera, I lose it. There we go. Bingo. Okay, let's save this and try driving this car over the top to see what happens. Oh, you say that auto strut would not work well for this. Well, let's see how this works. So, this is where I realize that my staging is all messed up. I should probably fix my staging or check my staging in the thing. Let's put on brakes, toggle brakes on, activate this. Oh, I thought for a second the camera was flying, but no. It's down here. Actually, I don't need stability control. I need full throttle, I need brakes off. And then... why does this not want to work? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, what is going on there? What are you doing? Okay, we'll get ourselves lined up again. Apparently, I have not got that thing lined up correctly. Just... what? Why isn't... oh, apparently I'm out of electric charge. Why is it turning? Why does it want to turn? That makes no sense. Okay. Out of electric charge there. My left lane is not aligned with the rest. Did you think that, Salam? I kind of noticed that myself. Point it straight and disable steering. That might actually be the best option to do. It is a bit bumpy as well. We'll come out of this now. Yes. Maybe only direction control on the front wheels. There are many suggestions as to what we can do here. But yes, somehow we need to fix this thing not being lined up correctly. I'm not sure. I guess the best option is just to grab it with the tool and drop it down so it looks a whole lot better. It may not stand scrutiny, but I think that that'll work for us. Okay. Now fix our staging here. Put this all the way down. Wait a second. Put this all the way down here. I thought I was saving there, but apparently I've launched. Okay. Somebody's like pointing out that my chat setup is wrong. Okay, upside down driving. Kerbal Space Program. Only 43 users in total. That's pretty weak these days. Remember the days when Kerbal was popular? Nope, not me either. Okay, so do this. It does seem to be rotating for some reason. Brake. Brake! Damn it. Okay, I'm going to turn off the motor. Turn off steering, actually. Turn off steering. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's just check. Did steering... yeah, steering got turned off on both sides. I've got no traction here, apparently. Yeah. There we go. Oh. I think this may not work as well as I had expected. Why are we sliding left? I don't get that. Is there something I'm missing here? It's not the planet's rotation. If you're drifting... I think that part of the problem is the gravitational potential of this whole thing is messing us up. Add small one... No, we want to do it with aerodynamics. That's the thing. God, you people, guys, and your ideas, you're missing the whole point here. There were many reasons why we couldn't, why this myth couldn't be tested. Turn SAS back on. I don't think SAS is going to be the option. Point the nose up to avoid the pole vault. So, okay, we got to do a few things here. First thing, yeah, I'm going to get rid of these wheels and just put aircraft tires on, right? Because we don't really care about steering. So we're going to do this, right? Oh, I need 2 of those, don't I? Uh-oh. Guess I'll do that there. And then move them back forwards and backwards from this position. So we'll increase the wheelbase length by doing this. That should actually help. And then I'm just going to make it so that the engines start right away as well. Oh, come on. You know you want to. If you launch from outer space, you'll drift right instead. I'm sure we'll drift in many directions. I think using mirror or the opposite makes the wheels not go the same direction or something. Well, that's why we're removing steering altogether on this whole thing. There, look, we're skipping out the steering. I guess that's a sign that the curvature on this thing is just too steep. I mean, I could undo some of the rotation and then have it just go vertical. That might be the option to go with. I mean, look, we got the wheels right there. Can we move the wheels any further forward? I don't think so. Let's do 45% or 66% thrust. Oh, he explodified. Lift the front wheels a little, but then that just drops the whole nose down, right? It just messed up with tiny hops. It was all going so well until it exploded. Pardon me, I gotta fix bloody web browser keeps appearing for me here. Yeah, I can move those wheels even further forwards. Let's try that. Put a single wheel directly under the front nose. I'm not sure that'll do it. I think I'm just going to move these wheels way forwards. And in fact, I'm going to have the separation and engine ignition on the same thing at the same time. Put it on the moon! But then there will be no atmosphere on the moon, and therefore I won't be able to test my aerodynamics. That's part of this thing, is you got to test the aerodynamics. Okay. And he died. I clearly just add atmosphere to the moon. Yes, exactly. 10% rotation is just too much. So how do I make a thing that rotates? I think I need to work on my hoop design. I think it really is ultimately the thing. We need to have many more smaller segments, right? Okay, come on. Let's actually set the velocity. Yeah, I'll do this, right? Right, so velocity orientation. Uh-oh. I'll be like, hold on to the rotation. Where did it go? I totally lost it there. Oh, there we are. The camera was totally in the wrong direction. That actually worked best of all, though. What I did was I told it to just hold the orientation of the velocity it was going, and that seemed to work pretty well. Let's actually do this from inside. Okay, ready? T. Uh-oh. And we crash and explode again. Okay, we clearly need to redesign this loop here, right? So we're gonna have to do something else. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just, yeah. It's the problem is the segments are ultimately too like crazy. So let's try a new one, right? I don't think we need a rudder. Oh, we could try. Look, you want to try a rudder? I remember you're the man now, dog. Okay, we'll add some. We'll do this. People want aerodynamics things. I shall add aerodynamic things to the tail, right? So we need some sort of control surfaces here. We'll just use these. And those things will totally break off. Gonna do that. Okay. There, now we've got some aerodynamics to hold it in orientation. I've already extended the wheels forward. I need bigger wheels, perhaps. Rudder in a slot with wheels to center it. Is the center of lift too far back? There's no center of lift at this point, so... Uh-oh. Yep, as we suspected, wheels come off. Let's get him out. Hey, he didn't die this time! He's no doubt very excited by that. Let's just jump off the side. Let's see how far up he can run, actually, before the thing stops working. Oh, he can make that. So how steep a slope can a Kerbal run up? Place your bets! I'm actually not figuring out how steep that is. I suspect that's like 50 degrees now. He's still going. Come on. Yes, look, he's still doing it. Still doing it. Oh, look, he can actually walk more easily. If I just let him walk, it'll be much, much better. We're something like 50 meters now above the surface. Yeah, I think that's a 70-degree slope, so this will be an 80-degree slope. Okay, you know what? Let's bring out the thing and try flying this. Okay. It's not jumping. Oh, there he goes. Oh, let's try climbing it. Let's hit the climb button. Climb, climb, climb. Yes, look, there he goes up an 80-degree slope. Totally. Oh, everyone in chat is lagged and are like, I called it 70 degrees. No, no, here's the 80-degree slope that he's climbing. Ha! You, oh ye of little faith. Look, he's now getting up to the top. This is basically a sheer wall here. Oh, come on. Oh, darn. He's still there. You know what? I just realized, can I disable hot part highlighting? Thermal highlights, double click, advanced tweakables. Or is that only in the other menu that I can double click mouse look? No, 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 no. Part highlighter enabled in flight. Apply. Close. Yes, that's much easier if I don't have the things flashing. Okay, revert flight to the space flying higher. So we do have something here. That Jeb could climb to space if you made a big enough ramp. I was off. Oh god, everyone's like. But that means that everybody was saying I called it on the 70-degree ramp was actually in fact wrong. Let's be clear on that. So I think I do need to do a new thing. So I'm going to save this and we'll do a new one. And we'll have more gradual turning as part of our features. So let's just again start with an 8x8 plate scaled up to 400%. And we'll attach... Yeah, here's the thing. There's no... Yeah, get that lined up. There we go. And then I should be able to duplicate that. Why can't I duplicate it? That's so unfair. Okay, there we go. That there. I'm going to build it in segments again, and then I'll just copy the segments around. That'll be the best way to do this. So what I'll need is to put in my reinforcing struts on the bottom before I start any of this. So everything gets connected via that, so I need to do the... Oh, that's my welded part. Good to know. I-beams. Why does... There. That's good enough there. Okay. So then struts. Oh, we got launch tubes. We got all bits left from the Battlestar Galactica project, which I have still to finish. I kind of got distracted by, you know, doing other things. I copy everything. Yes, I'm going to have the launch clamps there. Don't worry. Okay, that's wrong. Okay, that's probably going to be good enough. Okay, so launch clamps come on next. Launch clamps, launch clamps. Launchy, 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 launch clamps. They must be down here somewhere. If only there were like segments that were actually... that had the curvature built in and everything. That might save me some trouble. So now, we're going to call this ramp 2. Go to the mess. Art much and you goodbyes to tomorrow. Thanks for great streams. I hope your life is amazing. Bye. Okay, I'm not sure what Hago is saying, but hey. One of the things your audience don't do is worry. So, yeah, I'm going to copy that. And it flips upside down. That is very, very helpful. Thank you. Can you not, like, flip upside down? Let's try that again. Okay, now we do it. So let's just actually build this thing out, and then we'll do we'll apply the curvature manually at the end. Because I think... Actually, no, I should be doing the curvature as I go along, shouldn't I? I don't know. Let's do this. Tool, rotate, select, rotate, hold shift, one notch. One tiny notch. One teeny tiny notch. And another. So this should be rotating at basically half. It has twice as many elements, so it should be rotating more smoothly. There is still no guarantee that it's actually going to work. Still, it's looking pretty cool, huh? If you build it without the curvature where you can work from the back, you won't run into the ceiling problem. What do you mean the ceiling problem? The ceiling problem is that I'm expecting this to happen. So, well, Now I need to copy it. Let's save it. Okay, and then another notch in here. So I should test that now, right? Just to see how well the thing handles it. And this should not be here. This is our redundant part. It was copied by accident. Here. Here. And then car stuff again. Should have copied it from the other one, but whatever. Can use the little rocket motor. You know, let's use a more powerful rocket motor. Let's go with the... yeah, let's just go for the Reliant. And put some more engines on it and everything. Actually, I might also make it longer. You know, actually, yeah, let's forget about that. Let's just go full-on solid rocket booster here, just to see what happens. Because, hey, what could possibly go wrong? Ha! You could start by listing all the ways this could go wrong. I'll tell you what could go wrong that wouldn't be incredibly funny is exactly what I really should be saying. Apparently I can't select this. So we've got those, and then we'll move them forwards. This is... Do I know Stellaris? Do I know Stellaris? Do you... yes, I have played lots of Stellaris. Let me be clear on that. I've played Stellaris in many forms. I have all the DLC. I have played with many, many options. I have, yeah, I wish I could play. I mean, I'm not like a pro at it or anything, but I've had quite a lot of fun playing it, let's be clear. Stellaris is one of those, as I said, I think it came along and it pretty much made all the other options redundant. Okay, so this and this fire at the same time. Now we got to put someone in it. Jebediah Kerman, that's right. And we'll change the focus to the reboot. Okay, are we ready? Do I know Lunar Jetman? Lunar Jetman was like a jetpack game, right? So yeah, no, not really. Is this an orbital sled machine? This is something crazy. That's what it is. I'm just gonna hide the engineer segment. Let's see what happens here. Ready? Well, that was surprisingly successful. I guess I forgot to include straps here. I need to do that. That was a little more more successful, right? That was significantly smoother. Yes. By doubling the resolution of my curve calculator, we vastly improved on many things. So let's do that. Let's fix this. I'm going to do 2 of these here. I totally want to try this again. I should make a Halo ODST orbital insertion pod. I have not played Halo ODST, so I cannot tell you what that means. Do I know if the latest CPUs will improve physics handling in KSP dramatically or just a little? No, because the limits to KSP physics are largely related to game engine problems. Uh-oh. pushed the wrong button there. Should probably get out of this. I gotta love Jeb jumping out of that thing. And then there's the whirling dervish of doom. It's not stopping anytime soon. Yes, and you've heard about the sword dance and everything. This is the wheel dance. Okay, let me revert flight to the spaceplane hangar again. I think we should move the Muir wheels. I think what we should do is actually add more wheels to the whole thing. I think more wheels might actually help. Okay, so first, these should go up here because I detached those by accident. Second, let's grab some more copies of these. More wheels, yes. Some people go for more wheels. The boosters, I go for more wheels. Yes. Just, why are you mocking the way I say wheels correctly? Are you imagining there's no H in there or something? What kind of darn fool are you? Okay, ready? Yes! Hey! I should probably nose the thing forwards and see if I can come up with a way to land it. You know what, I'm just going to do something here. I'm going to put on infinite electricity. Because I kind of want to see if I can fly this thing. With the thing. What if the wheels were different heights? That's entirely possible. I gotta say, that's kind of a cool launch system. Yeah, it is a new launch system, but really it isn't actually. It's a kind of pointless launch system because, as you know... Okay, so we're actually going the wrong way. We're going out to sea here. Let's just time accelerate. Oh, and now we're in orbital orientation as well. You're left wondering what exploded. Probably the thing that exploded was the part that provided it was the separator, the stack separator. Okay. So I'm seeing how aerodynamic this whole thing is. And now, obviously, this is relying on torque and electric charge, which it doesn't have. But maybe if I had enough solar panels on it, I would be able to fly it. I don't know. I want to see if I can pull this thing out of a dive and all those other questions that many of you no doubt have. I'm pitching back as hard as I can, and it is completely unresponsive. Probably because I'm going Mach 2 straight down. Oh dear. Yeah, this thing is not flying. In fact, the nose is getting lower and lower as the velocity as we get lower and lower in the atmosphere. And crash. Okay. Who would have thought? Okay, so now that we've got that, can we complete the loop and go all the way over the top, right? That's kind of the next step in this thing. So we got to zoom out now. This takes so long. Have I played modded Stellaris at all? And would I've tried Stellaris LP, and the problem is that it's just hard for people aren't that interested. I love Stellaris, and I think the mods I've seen, I kind of prefer just the stock game, to be honest. This with the DLC. Oh, wrong. Come on, get on there. Let's try this from this angle, see if I can make it work. Thank you. Thank you very much. So that's the next part. And then, where's it? It's right here. Oh, no, this. One more step. Can you gain more speed / momentum with a curved half loop? You know what? Here's the thing. I've used mods on my Stellaris play. I used, like in the early days, I used the More Beautiful Battles mod and I used the Mass Effect music mod. So it's not like I've never used a mod. I just haven't used any gameplay mods because most of the gameplay mods are of questionable value. Okay. Are we ready? I'm going to let the camera adjust. Are we ready? Oh. That is not correct there. Ready and go. Uh-oh. Didn't stay on course for that one. And he's dead. Okay. Oh my god. Let's revert to launch again. Build a Brachistochrone ramp. Yeah, like I'm going to do the math on that. No. Asteroids have feelings too. You know that joke only works if you're an American that doesn't know how to pronounce coupe? It's kind of frustrating. Just so you know, right? You're not fooling anybody. Oh look, he's still there! I like how he just kind of broke through the ramp there because he was going so fast. So, okay, so we've got something that kind of works. The next trick is... I think the next trick is we need to slow this down a bit, right? That's part of the deal. So we're actually going to... How fast were we going when we broke on through to the other side? Like the doors. Yeah, maybe we can do less thrust, right? That's one option. And actually, maybe I could just do less fuel in this, that we have a quick burst of this for the first second, and then what we'll do is I'll add some wings to provide downforce, and that's going to be the hard part, right? So we'll just do wing and wing. What? And here's me, like from that angle I thought I was adding them in parallel, but nope. So we select these and we rotate them one notch. I think this is probably going to completely mess up my dynamics. Uh-oh, wrong way. There we go. So we get some wings now to provide some downforce and a very fast thing. Let's see how far this goes. Use the rocket from Shoot a Bullet at Minmus video. Maybe curve the ramp up. No, if we can't keep this thing straight, we just got to keep it straight. Like we really don't have the options. We just have to go for it. Ready and... Yes! Nice! Did you see that? It totally flew upside down. Now let's see if I can land it. Yeah, no, we're not landing this. We're basically there's no. Oh, he actually survived. There was no pitch authority whatsoever there. So I wonder if that's reliable. Let's revert flight and try that again. So, like, the next trick after this is, of course, to just extend that upper track in a straight line. Right, now we need to extend the inverted upper section. And we can do that without the curve, hopefully. Right? So... Yes! There is something quite enjoyable about that. Okay, so that was reliable. Now we need to revert to the add parachutes. We could actually use parachute in case of emergencies. You mean in case of every single launch that I've done so far? Yeah, I wanted to have the thing flying along upside down. Just stop killing Jeb. Do I ever stop killing Jeb? Oh, I guess since when I'm frequently actually quite successful, that's technically not killing Jeb. How close are we to... Oh, man. Oh, this is what I need to do. So we are... Let's grab that. Now this is the hard one because it doesn't seem to want to connect. And the last time I could just move the camera around to the other side. But here, it just doesn't seem to want to... Oh! What is going on with that? It's connecting to the wrong part. Ugh! Okay. Some people are talking about lengths of circuit traces in computers. Interesting thing I figured out was how long... I did some math like a while back. I figured that if you set off explosive charge next to your average motherboard, say like in the power supply or something, then the processor would still execute several hundred instructions before the power dropped enough and before the board was destroyed. In fact, the problem would be that power would drop before the board got destroyed and stopped computing. Okay, I'm going to try turning it around to this side. Ah, there. Maybe it'll connect. Can I go any higher here? Just a little higher. Just a little higher. That's all I can think of. When I hear people going higher, I'm just Lando Calrissian and Han Solo trying to shoot his shoot the Sarlacc. The thing does not want to connect. This is unfortunate. We're not going to get the full loop in here. Of course, one thing you can do... Actually, I got a neat example to fix this. So if I flip this on its back, right, I can probably make the connection happen because the camera has now moved to a more reasonable orientation, right? Ha! There you go! Thinking outside the box, or outside the loop, as it were. So one more notch there. And now this is the last... I think this is the last segment we need. I'm going to get rid of these. Okay. So now the next step is to start connecting these 8x8 plates again. Just on the middle there. But in this case, scaling it up by 400%. Line it up on the middle. And then we want to make sure, I gotta zoom in here and make sure that there's no lip that we're gonna hit. Yeah, you see there's a tiny lip there. So what I need to do is eliminate the lip. It can't give me no lip. Otherwise I will flip out. You know what? I think I may have messed up the verticalness. We shall fix that. One last. That'll be good. Okay. Now, gotta take a few more of these. Excellent. Okay, so now we should just try it in this orientation, to be honest, shouldn't we? Of course, we're gonna need to add some of these things. Add some this. This is, of course, a highly scientific experiment that we're doing here. Do you suppose Sky could learn how to play the KSP fanfare on the violin? That is a very good question, and I cannot answer. Right now, she's still practicing the Game of Thrones theme. They wouldn't let her play the Game of Thrones theme at her recital because they wanted her to play something more traditional. Also, probably, you know, didn't want to give the illusion that a 12-year-old was watching that show. Let's see how this goes. Too many G-forces. But he survived? We should maybe try turning on infinite strength, right? Let's try fixing the unbreakable joints and no crash damage on this, just to see if we can make this work again. Revert flights to lunch. I kind of like it breaking. I'm getting notifications from Automod, incidentally, saying that such and such a quote may or may not be happy, may or may not be good. And the funny thing is, I quite understand the problems in detecting, you know, adult-themed speeches. Make it parallel to the horizon at the end. We're going to do all sorts of things. Oh! There we go. Bet you didn't expect that to happen. Did I try unplugging the ramp and plugging it back in again? That has to be one of my favorite endeavors so far. Do you have the better time warp mod to do with the slow? You know what? That would be a good thing to have. The slow-mo physics would really help. Do I watch YouTube at all? What do you think? Of course I watch YouTube. Come on. I gotta make this thing happen. Hello, Mr. Cracker. Now, you know, the other trick, now that I realize what we should do is, okay, what I should just do is have a car that more or less starts upside down. It's sandwiched between two roads, and then when it gets to speed, we drop away the second road and it's going fast enough. No, I'm not an immortal Scot. I am in no way related to Clan MacLeod. I'm in no way am I Connor MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. I'm gonna put even less fuel in this thing. That's the lowest amount of fuel I can do in it. Let's do this. Have I ever watched Rooster Teeth show Slow Mo Guys? Oh, is the Slow Mo Guys a Rooster Teeth thing? I wasn't. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of slow mo stuff. I kind of, you know, it's cool-ish, but at the same time, it's just such a meme to do. Like, oh look, here's something in slow mo. Like, cool, but it's not winning me any, you know, it's not winning prizes for science journalism. Oh, I'm sorry, the thing dropped off there. Wonder if I turn it over, whether I can pitch downwards. Of course I have things. One more time. Have I ever cut something with a red hot 1000 degree knife? You know what? I have cut something with a 1000 Kelvin knife, just for giggles, but I wouldn't say degree because you know what? I'm a scientist. Yes! There we go! That was exactly what we hoped for, right? There we go. And we're dead. Have I ever watched the History of the World? Shoot, History of the World, I've watched... You mean... Oh, yeah, the History of the World, I guess. Yeah, I tweeted that video, like, within a fraction of a second of it appearing on the internet. So, yeah, I probably watched the History of the World, I guess, before most of you guys. Because, you know, I'm just, like, there. Okay, have I ever caught a hero like a real superhero? For people interested in slow-mo and a more scientific thing, yeah, I occasionally see... I think the only slow-mo videos I did was like, hey, I got a new iPhone that does 240 frames per second, and then there was another one where it was like, hey, I've found somebody that's going to run 30,000 amps of electricity through an onion. And that was pretty cool. Not very scientific, but it was pretty cool. Yeah, the Real Engineering dude, I think... Is he the one he was saying, oh yeah, I should totally play Kerbal Space Program? Okay. This is really hard. Okay, so now I can grab this and put it back down at ground level. And of course, I'm using the page up and page down, because this takes forever. Was that onion really passing, though? I'm not sure. I just know that there was 30,000 amps available, and the onion did not handle it well. Oh, Cthulhu doing the math and everything. I'm sure they did some sort of math on it. I just know that the onion exploded in a flash of green light and then lots of fried onions. And some of it ended up in Orion's ear, apparently. Okay, ready, and... Oh! That is not what I expected to have happen. I'm not sure where the thing... Oh, it ended up there! How did that not work correctly? Let's revert flight to launch again. The onion has the onion's relevance increases whenever the nation is stressed, let's say. When everything's happy, the onion's kind of not that funny. Yeah, look, it did this again. It jumped off the launch pad when it shouldn't. Revert flight to launch. I'm going to try this one more time. Although one of like the jokes that I liked in The Onion the last, Obama years were like, John Kerry being this badass spy, for example, behind the scenes, which, made total sense. Because, he had actual military experience, right? Okay, let's try this. What the hell happened to this? What do you do? How did that happen? I didn't vote for anyone because I was not a US citizen. Besides, I was I'm also a city person and know how to read, truth. Is that? Do you think that's the problem? You think that we have when we're detaching? I like the one. There's one on the space station. Is like, battered, bruised John Kerry ejects a Russian spy out of space station airlock. Like saying, "Not today, Boris." That was kind of one of my great moments. Obviously, not actually possible in real life. Man. I think we're attached to the ground. I think that's actually causing a problem. I'm going to lift this up off the ground a bit, see if that fixes the problem. Had the height of the hangar effect on the runway, yes. I think that any serious government plans to ban or control, regulate cryptography is just ridiculous. It's like, hey, guess what? We don't want modern banking. We don't like banks being able to operate with this newfangled technology stuff. Okay, I don't even know where the thing went that time. Where's oh, Jeb's right there. Okay. In what video did I say? I said that last night. I thought, wouldn't that be interesting to actually make a tennis racket and try to make a working tennis game in Kerbal Space Program, right? Yeah, it's like cryptography is one of these things. Like it's one of these things that gets proposed by politicians that are essentially clueless, right? Have I ever played Astroneer? Yes, I played Astroneer like the day it came out. In fact, I played it slightly beforehand. You think the car dispenser needs more work? Yes, that is entirely possible. Yeah, I didn't play much Astroneer because I didn't get a huge number of views on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is lift... wait a second, what's the best way to do this? Oh, I guess what I have to do actually is grab this and lower it relative to the car, because the car is the root part now. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to split these into two different segments that will do the detach, and then we'll let it settle, right? Please work this time. Please work. I'm also talking about... I've also been talking about playing Kerbal with a Rock Band guitar. Because, hey, why not? Okay, so I'm going to do brakes. Like, I'm going to look at it from here. Stability control. Okay, now we're sitting here, safe. Let's go to external view. We haven't flipped over, which is a good sign. So the next thing is I need to disable the brakes. And are we ready? Obviously I now need to work on the aerodynamics to make sure that I stay attached. I played Kerbal with a Wii balance board before. So, yeah. Okay, so now what we need to do is make sure there's enough downforce on those things. Well, there's lots of discussions about pulses and have him make something in Shenzhen.io that plays Kerbal. That's an interesting concept. You know what? Here's the thing. You may have about you know, content gods deciding what's legit. I tell you what, the main thing is to have people telling you what's clearly not legit, because too many people have a hard time with the what's not legit side of things. Like, seriously. Oh, come on. Okay, I need to grab this whole section. I don't have any trick to fix this now, because I'm trying to push it in at the top and it's not attaching. Like, anyway, you know, there's many things which are pretty easy to, like, objectively verify. Oh, man. How come that is not attaching? Urgh. Okay, you know what we're going to do here, right? Is I'm going to reroute to this part. And then what that means, in theory... Oh, wait a second. I've made a slight mistake. I should reroute to this part, actually. Uh-oh. Because now I've rerouted it, it makes it easier to build this part out, right? There we go. So this is my runway that will shoot off into the distance and carry my test track. And then I can rotate everything back. So this is a trick you may have learned. Okay, so that is going to be my inverted section, and now I just need to switch the route back to this thing. Okay. And now I actually do need to get down close to this car to fix it, and this is going to take forever. Like, I'm holding the page up and page down button because that is the thing, the control that moves you up and down in the map, right? So I guess what I'm going to do is just grab these and rotate them a little more. And then I'm going to move these forwards actually, because I wish, oh man, if only I could get the center of mass of this thing. This would be a lot easier. Okay. Please go over the vehicle assembly hall. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that yet. Are people legitimately arguing over the flatness of the Earth and all that stuff? Come on. Seriously? This is looking pretty awesome, I have to say. And now, what I need to do... Put brakes on, stability control on, activate stage. And he's still there. Excellent. You know what? I'm going to F5 this and see what happens if I reload it. Are we ready? What's going to happen here? Okay, obviously I need more engine power here. I can't believe the engines actually ran out. I think it's because I've got more drag now on this whole thing, right? Oh, did I have the brakes on? That was the problem. I put the brakes on there. Ah, man. Kerbin is so flat the run... No! The parking brake on. Well, if the parking brake is good enough for the TARDIS, it's good enough for my thing. What I really... Oh my god. Okay, so this is clearly in the wrong place. Let's actually move it back to the center. That's more like it. Now, let's get down here. And we're going to make this the route again. Actually, I'm going to make this... Yeah, I should make this the route. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's put a little more fuel in this just in case. You know what grinds my gears? A poorly lubricated engine. Ha! 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 It's so funny! Is your parking brake pulled up, or is your car happy to see me? That doesn't work because my parking brake is down next to my left foot on one car, and it's a switch in my Volt. I want you to know that your streams are 10 times better than watching them on YouTube. You feel connected to the people. That is comforting to hear from you. So I'm putting on the brakes, I'm putting on stability, and I'm going to detach this. But mostly so the camera can recover and point to the right thing at the right time. Now, let me F5 this and remove the parking brake and see what happens. Let's actually just disable stability control. It was actually running. Do you see that? It totally was running there for a few seconds. That almost looked like it worked. Now I gotta do that from the... I wonder if I F9 this, whether it'll work. I think part of the problem is that we've got drag issues, right? That's what happens when you F5 and F9. Yes. Okay, let's recover the vessel. People all around the globe believe. Should make it run on landing legs. What do I drive? I have a Honda minivan and I have a Chevy Volt, which is an electric car. They're both fine vehicles. They're both highly practical vehicles because you can put a giant 12-inch telescope, as in 12-inch aperture telescope, in the back of my minivan. And also, in both cases, they are faster than those old school muscle cars. So, you can beat people off the line if you want. It's like so big the thing doesn't show up in the icon. I would love to have a Tesla, but that may take some time. Do I grind my own mirrors? No, but I could if I wanted, because people do that. But honestly, it is not worth my time. Do I have a Meade? No, I have Orion telescopes. They pretty much source their mirrors from the same people that Celestron do. They get them from Cinta, I believe, in China. And Orion, they're based out of Watsonville, which is pretty near to me. They're kind of... Watsonville is near Santa Cruz, just for those that don't know. So I'm wondering, is there a way I can make this more stable? I think if I move these backwards a bit, that might help. And then I'm going to put more wings on the back here, right? Because I did see that thing oscillating a whole lot. And oscillating is... Well, isn't ocelot? No, it's Ocelot's the bad guy in, Metal Gear Solid. So we're not going to be oceloting anywhere. Wait, is that... That does not look right. Let's take this and fix it. Place. Thank you. Yeah, I remember the days when Metal Gear was like awesome. Now it's still pretty awesome. Yeah, I think it's impressive that the Terminator has a better handle on, on things than... Yeah. Oh dear, Futar 902. Futar 902, I have solar panels on my house, right? So, yeah, maybe where you live, but I live in California where we're like heavily invested in solar power and things like this. Okay, so I think I'm going to try driving it from inside just for a giggle. Right? The only thing is, I gotta make sure brakes are off. Push this button. Okay. Ready and... Oh. I think I fell off before the end there. Still, it was pretty cool. Oh man, people are telling all sorts of porcupines. You know what? It's just listen. A couple of weeks ago, people are like, "Oh, my state is so cloudy, you couldn't possibly have solar power there." Listen, Britain recently managed to generate, more solar power than some countries. Britain, like country famous for being cloudy. Seriously. Yeah, people forget. People will like to. People always like to think that something's too good to be true. Revert launch. Okay. I'm not looking out the top window. You know it's unbreakable, but it needs chutes. No! 9! No chutes! Okay. Once again, so actually, let's get behind this thing. So the alternate, I think what I can do is V chase locked. So we're going to try it in locked mode, see how this looks. Ready? Oh, that's not very good. Well, that didn't work so well. Try it with SAS. I don't want to do it with SAS. I wish I could tell it just to steer straight. That's really what I want. Okay. Have I ever played Injustice 2? Yes, I have it on my iPad, but I don't actually play it on my iPad. So I played Injustice on my PlayStation 4 quite a lot. Go! Oh man, totally failed. So you know what? What it needs to happen is that nose needs to pitch down more, right? Is the slight upward angle on the top ramp making it fall off quicker? It's entirely possible. What we need to do though is make sure there's simply enough lift to push it onto the thing. How long is my average password? That is information that I am not sharing, but I do have different passwords for every single site. Wow, Oucher 1 is really trolling. Either that or he's really clueless. Oh, I got a cramp in my leg there. What the hell? Ugh, man. I think Oucher 1 is surely trolling because nobody is that stupid. Like, seriously, nobody is that stupid to believe that. Any way I can trim it slightly to the left. Who's seen one of these? Okay, so I need to... I think if we put more wings on the front, how about that? Okay, let's try that. Yeah, the thing about the stock market is if you look at the stocks that are really valuable, they're the ones that are on the other side of the debate. Actually, the stock market is you should watch it. So the thing about the stock market is that if you look at the stocks that did well after the election, they were all finance stocks because they were thinking in terms of cutting back on the bank regulations and stuff like that. So they were really happy about that. But the rest of the stock market didn't actually change that much. The majority of the change was in finance companies. If you look at the numbers, if you look at the details. So yeah. This is, of course, something that you know when you actually actively invest in stocks, because you know you're one of these people that has money. Chase locked, and let's see if that works. Ready and go. Oh crap. Okay. This is... I gotta fix this camera soon. Okay. I can glide like that. Oh man. The problem with a lot of US solar companies is there is essentially they hit a market saturation problem very quickly, and many solar companies are being are having issues because of supply and demand on the panels. Oh man, this takes so long. I think I'm going too slow to make, but I'm actually doing just fine. And I don't know why I went back to this, because I wanted to just go. I'm just going to launch this again. Open wheel using Kerbal. Okay. Once again, I think I'm going to view this one from the inside. Oh! I did it for just a second. Revert flight to launch. There's so much loading screens on this. How many years does it take to pay off any solar, yeah, it takes decades for any power plant. Yeah. What is actually funny was they are actually reopening a couple of mines, but they're reopening the mines because they need the coal for things like carbon fiber and for steel production, right? You know, for coking. They don't need it for power production because that's just not competitive with natural gas, right? Natural gas is way more competitive. Okay, here we go again. Oh man, look. Okay, let's get this facing the right way. I don't have an altimeter here, do I? Yeah, we're kind of gliding downwards. Touchdown. So I just can't seem to keep it straight. That's the main thing. Oh, the camera is still there. Yeah, I know this is it. This is something that I wish Kerbal Space Program would do. I'm so disappointed that the developers have never added instant replay. Right? I have plenty of speed. I was showing you I was able to maintain altitude, right? Look, I can maintain the altitude. I think I'm just gonna yeah, we're just gonna maintain that, right? So here we go. Stability control. One more time. With feeling fine. I'm just not going to touch it this time. There, look, it's running along the roof. Oh, and now it's falling off. So I just need a bit more speed there. In fact, I'm kind of maintaining altitude. That's what I like. Yeah, I should maybe have a okay. No, the wings are just fine because I'm basically maintaining the attitude. I like how this thing just flies. No, it does lose power, right? But I think it's more that it just requires a tiny push, and I'm overdoing it. It's definitely too twitchy. That's the real problem. Okay. One more go, and I'm actually going to use stability control because I think that actually works better. Let's just do auto here. There, look, I'm on the ceiling! I'm on the ceiling! Look! Oh, and then it totally fell off. Well, I can get back on. Oh, I crashed. Quick, pull out of this dive here. And now I'm stuck here. No, look, the real advantage of solar is it can be on any flat surface anywhere. Like, they're literally just opening a solar production facility that sits on the sea, right? It's, you know, that's a great thing. And it does follow a fairly consistent schedule for when it works or not. The problem with photovoltaic solar is that it switches on and off very quickly when, you know, you get clouds and things like that. So the power grid needs to be very smart to handle these. Like, if you look in Hawaii, they are literally doing cloud tracking to make sure that the grid is working correctly. Okay, so I'm going to get a little below here. Enable stability control. There, look! On the ceiling, and I'm just having to push down, and there... Oh, and that's it. See, I was totally driving on the ceiling there! Oh, what a feeling, 'cause I'm driving on the ceiling. Yeah, Lionel Richie there. Okay, I think that's as far as we can go tonight, because it is midnight and I need to edit this thing, so yeah. Yeah, see you guys. I will see if we can work on this a little more. Who knows? Until next time, I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.